Hello everyone, how's it going? I hope you all are doing amazing. If you're new here, hello, welcome to my channel. I'm the Intuitiverose. Nice to meet you. If you're not new here, hello and welcome back. I'm so happy you joined me again today. So today, y'all, we're just going to do a very quick reading. So this reading is going to be, Lord, I lost my train of thought. This video is going to be, what are your first impressions, okay? So what first impressions do you give off, okay? 2 piles for you to choose from today. We have pile number 1, which is the green Aventurine crystal. And then we have pile number 2, which is the rose quartz crystal, okay? So I will give you a minute to choose. Hope everyone's doing well. I know I haven't been posting as much lately, y'all. I do apologize. Also, don't forget Monday through Friday to check your message of the day in the community tab page, okay? So I'm going to go right in this order, okay? So I'm going to start with this one and with this one, okay? All right, so if you chose pile number 1, the green Aventurine crystal, this is your reading. So let's see what first impressions do you give off, okay? Alrighty, so the first message I'm getting is in regards to your your facial structure, okay? Because I'm kind of seeing this crystal as like, you know, this is like their chin. So you can have like dimples, or you could have like a really like structured face. So like your cheekbones really stand out. Yeah, I'm getting something definitely about your face, okay? Some of you guys, I feel like the first impressions that you give off is your smile as well, because I'm kind of seeing like, you know, a smile in this crystal. So yeah, it's definitely something about your facial expressions as well. Okay, some of you guys may know how to like do makeup very well. Like I'm getting like you come out with a very pretty face, even if you know those that don't wear makeup. I feel like that's really the first impressions that you give off is something in regards to your face. Like it always, you know, whether this is, you know, without makeup or with makeup, it's definitely beauty here is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's see. What else? Spirit, for pile number 1, what first impressions do pile number 1 give off? Okay, some of you guys might like to wear belly shirts. I'm getting the image of a crop top. So you could wear belly shirts. Some of you guys could also wear like clothes that show off more skin. So I feel like that's one of the first impressions that you give off is that. I see King of Cups. Some of you guys could be a water sign. You don't have to be. Okay, so let's see. What first impressions do you give off for pile number 1? We have Queen of Pentacles. So there's something also about like your stamina. Like I feel like, you know, when you walk into a store, or when you walk anywhere in general, a doctor's office, anywhere, I feel like you walk with like your head up. There's no like looking down. There's no looking down. Like, you know, you see how like she's very confident, like very fierce energy is what I'm getting. It's almost like feminine, but then masculine at the same time. Like that's what I'm getting. So it's the confidence. Literally, that's what it is. It's the confidence within you. And yeah, I keep getting something about your waist here. So some of you guys, I see 444. Some of you guys like to show off your stomach, okay? You could have like a belly piercing. You could also have like a tattoo like on your side here. There's definitely something in regards to your waist area. Some of you guys might also be like, you know, very curvy as well. For my feminines out here watching. Also for my masculines out here watching, there's something about, you know, your waist. Like you could, you know, like to show off your body as well. You could work out. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm getting with that. Some of you guys also look very young. Like it's like she's a grown woman, but yeah, she has like a young face. Okay, so that's really the message that I'm getting. Something in regards to your face. Okay. Oh no, Lord. Okay. So let's see what else. What we have, the death card here. I feel like there's also this curiosity with you. Like, the first impressions that you give off is that you're very outgoing, but it's like, yeah, I'm getting outgoing, outspoken, but then there's also like some of the things you say, it has people kind of curious, like, what are you into? What what things are you into? Because I feel like that's another thing. It's like the things you talk about, or maybe how you speak. I'm also getting what you wear. What you wear is very different, to the point it has people kind of like trying to figure you out in the inside. Like, yeah. I'm also getting like Scorpio vibes in here, so you could be a Scorpio. Yeah, I'm definitely getting something about that. Also, your hair. Some of you guys can have like a really low cut. You can also have like light brown hair. Okay, so let's see. Anything else, Spirit, for the first impressions for pile number 1? What first impressions do they give off? Okay, Knight of Pentacles. I was going to say some of you guys could also travel with a pet as well. So I do feel like a lot of people like how you are with your pet. You know, you could be the one, you know, go to the grocery store and, you know, you have your pet with you, especially if you have like a service animal, or like, you know, you are in the pet aisle and you're actually, you know, spending money on your pet. You're not just spending money on like the things they need. Like, I feel like you're the kind that will spend money on like treats and toys and stuff like that to keep them entertained. Okay. I feel like there's this message about you kind of keeping like your hands clean, your feet clean. So I do feel like the first impressions that you give off too is that you give off the impression that that you don't really need anyone. Like, I get like there's this independence. Like I said, I get like a feminine and masculine mixture with this card here. It's like she runs everything. She could play both sides if she really wants to. But that's what I'm also getting. Like, you may have other people do something for you. Like, for example, like getting gas. You have someone come out and get it, you know, put gas in your car. Like, I'm getting something in regards to that. Okay, and then look how she is on a horse. Like, she's on a horse, and then like her feet, like I'm being drawn to her feet. Some of you guys could also like, there could be like an admiration with your feet as well. Okay, she does look like she has ballet slippers on. So I feel like you have people that kind of like want to be at your feet, like, you know, do anything. Oh, do you need that? Like, someone see you reaching for something. Oh, you need help with that. So that it's another first impression that I'm getting, is that you have a lot of people that want to help you, but I'm getting like, not to help you to like just be kind, like help you because they want to like talk to you. Yeah. Some of you guys might find this, you know, at work. I'm getting with this 8 of Pentacles here, and Knight of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles is like people at work. You might maybe question like, oh, does this coworker have a crush on me or something? Because they're a little too nice. Like, they might, you know, want to do things for you, but you never hear them ask like other people. I feel like definitely. And you see how like she has a hat on? Like, there's definitely something about you like having this independence and confidence. Like, you know, you, regardless, masculine, feminine, you can work on a car. Like, I feel like those are first impressions that you give off, is like this handy, like you can do anything, like you're very handy. And also I'm getting your intelligence. Okay, so you know, I don't want to say weird, because it's not weird, but like certain things, like for example, y'all, I would not know nothing really about cars. I wouldn't know like terms in regards to that, like, oh, this is this thing and this is that. See, I don't know. But I feel like there's an energy of you knowing that. So whether you are a masculine, whether you are feminine, I feel like that's the first impressions that you give off, is like you speak with a very high vocabulary. Okay, so whether that is, you know, technical stuff, medical stuff, anything, it's like whatever you say, it's like you have some big words in there, and they're like, what is that? What is that? So yeah. Nine of Pentacles here. So it's like, it's almost like, yeah, you know a lot, you know everything. And like I said, you see like how she has like almost everything with this Nine of Pentacles. Like she's in her own world. So I feel like you really have this independence with you, whether you know you're out with your children or out by yourself. It's like something about your energy speaks that, you know, you're good, you got it, like you good, you don't really need a hand. But like if you wanted to, I feel like a lot of people will be at your feet, literally, like, oh, let me help you with that. Yeah. You probably get like a lot of people like hold the door for you. Also, that could be another thing for any, you know, my masculines as well, is how you open the door for other people, how you're very handy, giving, like, hey, you need help with this. Like I definitely do feel like there's that energy in here. A gentleman, that's what I'm getting, a gentleman, a lady, like there's this class in here, like that's literally what I'm picking up on. Especially how like she's on that horse, like I'm getting something in regards to your feet. So some of my masculines as well, you know, you're not afraid to get your hands dirty. All right, let's see. Anything else, Spirit, for first impressions for pile number 1? Okay, thank you. We got 2 cards. Ace of Cups. And then 7 of Swords. Okay. Yeah, y'all. So, like I said, I do feel like you probably get a lot of people that want to help you out. Okay? So the first impressions that I'm also getting is that you give off this energy that you don't need it, okay? Especially with the 7 of Swords here. You see how she's like holding this egg to herself, like she really doesn't need this egg because she got all these, but she's only holding on to this one. So there's also something about you having this very picky energy. So for example, if someone is talking to you and the conversation is going, like I feel like a lot of people feel very actually like lucky to speak to you, because it's like, well, dang, like, oh, they're actually into the conversation, they're actually keeping the conversation going. Like I do feel like you have this very picky energy, like you pick and choose, you know. But I also feel like you're just very intuitive, because with the Queen of Pentacles here, I just feel like, you know, you have this energy where it's almost like a maternal instinct or paternal instinct, like you know what's good, you know what's bad, what's right, what's wrong. Okay, so I do feel like as well the way you correct things, okay, yeah, 7 of Swords and Ace of Cups, the way you correct things as well, it's in the energy of like, I'm not gonna fight, I'm not gonna argue, but I am gonna like call you out, but in a nice way, kind of thing, you know, in a nice way. Yeah, with the Ace of Cups, like, I'm gonna let this fly, I'm gonna let this go. I feel like that's another thing, especially the fact that this is behind here. I feel like you don't really hold grudges, or like even if you like, you know, did hold a grudge, I feel like you would still wish this person like love and light, you know. I still wish them well. I'm not gonna talk trash, I'm not gonna be that petty person. I do feel like you're not petty. Like I said, there's something about being a lady, being a gentleman in this pile. It's very classy. Okay, also the first impressions you give off is whatever you're wearing. Like I'm telling you, whatever you wear, how you do your hair, okay, I feel like a lot of y'all show y'all skin. This is definitely a confident pile. You know, you are proud of your body, you're proud of, you know, your hair, your face, everything in regards to you self. It's like you're very confident in your skin. I feel like the way you express yourself, a lot of you guys might like to wear like flowers or any jewelry or anything. It's definitely something about floral energy in here. Yeah, you can also have like a butterfly tattoo, or like even a rose tattoo or something like that. Some kind of flower tattoo, okay? So there's definitely something about your tattoos as well. Okay, those are definitely giving first impressions. Yeah, and you see like how this shirt that she this dress, y'all, this dress that she has on, it looks see-through. It looks see-through. So like I said, you have people kind of looking at you, and that's what I said too, like people that want to like help you out. It's not just because they want to be nice, it's because they're like, oh, they look good. Okay, let me talk to this person. Okay, so let me pull from here as well, y'all. Okay, so let's see, first impressions. So let's see, First impressions for pile number 1. It's kind of hard to shuffle these ones, y'all. So actually, you know what? I'm going to just put it in this bag and just pull. Okay. So first impressions for pile number 1. Yes, also definitely something in regards to how you parent in here, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Cups here. So you have a maternal, paternal energy to you, okay? Y'all, we have the rose. Didn't I say there's something floral in here? Oh, this could also be your perfume or cologne. You have a scent to you that is very very floral like, very sweet like as well. Okay, so whatever you wear, it's favorable. Okay, you have people like, ooh, smell good. We have romances in the air. So like I said, I do feel like a lot of y'all may get a lot of people that hold doors for you, or you may be that one. Okay, they might be like, oh, you need help with this, like, let me pump your gas for you. Yeah, y'all, these are people that actually like admire you. Okay, so you have a beauty to you. Okay, you have a very and also for my masculines watching here, okay, there's something about you being connected to your feminine energy. Okay, I'm just going to say it because like I said in the beginning with this Queen of Pentacles, there's something about feminine and masculine. Okay, so I feel like even for my masculines out here watching, you have a very caring, nurturing side to you. Okay, whether you talk about it, acknowledge it, whatever, it's there and it's very obvious, it's very clear. Okay, so that's honestly amazing. All right, it's amazing to have that. Okay, some of you guys could also like red or green. Christmas lights. So yeah, your first impression that you give off is also like something about like your light, like your energy. Some of you guys might also like to wear things that are very bright, or your card, or something about like kind of, it's going to be hard to not look because it's like a lot of attention. So you might like a lot of lights, a lot of decorations, you know, whether that's on your body, like tattoos, in your car, whatever it is, or in your house. It's definitely we have woman, dealings, a relationship with a woman. It's like heavy feminine energy in here. Okay, yeah, and you see how she's in these flowers, her hair has flowers in it. Okay, all right, let's get one more. I did say this wasn't gonna be long, and look, it's already like 17 minutes. Okay, let's see. We have Seahorse, Family Matters. Y'all, I'm not sure if y'all seen that last video that I did, but I remember I was talking about a seahorse and how the seahorse actually gives birth. Okay, the male seahorse, not the female. The female gives the eggs, but the male actually gives birth. Okay, so like I said, there's like something about like gender fluidity in here. Okay, so that could be another thing. First impressions that some people might question, like, hey, like, I wonder, like, do they go both sides? I feel like this could also be like people who are into like poly relationships as well. Okay, so yeah, that's what's the impressions that you give off. And also, again, something about your feet here. Some of you guys might have like you know, maybe keep your feet done or something like that. And also your nails. I feel like your nails give off like a very clean look, like, oh, you wash your hands, you scrub your nails. And I feel like that's the first impressions that you give off. Okay, pile number 1. I think that's all I have for you. If this resonated with you, feel free to let me know. I would love to know. With that being said, love and light, and bye-bye. All right, so if you chose pile number 2, this rose quartz crystal, this is your reading. So let's see, what first impressions do you give off? Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna actually pull from tarot first. Okay, so this does kind of look like a heart, y'all. You probably can't see that on the camera, but like I'm seeing it as like a heart. Okay, so I feel like, you know, the first impression that you give off is, you know, your heart. I feel like you are very kind. Some of you guys could be a Libra. That was the first time that came to my mind. I'm not saying Libras is the only one. I'm not, you know, being that person, because I am a Libra, but I do feel like you give off this this energy of like a safe energy. Like, that's what I'm getting. Okay, so that's the first impression that you give off. You probably have like a lot of children that stare at you or maybe feel comfortable talking to you. I do feel like, yeah, I'm getting those kind of vibes with the rose quartz crystal here. Okay, so I almost get like people intuitively know that you're a genuine person. You have a good soul. You have a good heart. Okay. Yeah, it's like instantly people can look at you and feel like this warm energy. That's literally what I'm getting. I just heard Pisces, so you could also be a Pisces as well. Okay, so, oh lordy. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put those back. Okay, so let's see. For pile number 2, Spirit, what first impressions do pile number 2 give off? Some of you guys could also be fun size, okay, because I'm thinking of height, but I'm getting a short height, okay? So this, you could be tall watching this as well, okay? Just take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but there's something about your height here. So I feel like that's one of the impressions that you give off is people like your height, okay? People like your height. I just, yeah, fun size is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's see for pile number 2. What first impressions do pile number 2? I'm just gonna take this one. This one to come out. We have 8 of Cups. So you see how like she's like a ladybug. So some of you guys may also have like a big butt, okay? Because this does look like a little hopper back there, okay? So that could be one of the first impressions that you also give off is your behind. Some of you guys got a big butt. But then you see like how all these things are around her, like comfortably. We have swans, we have dragonflies, we have birds, and then we have butterflies. So you see how like all these insects, all these animals, nature is like around you. I feel like you give off that nature kind of vibe, like very earthy. Yeah, like I said, children, pets, animals might feel very comfortable around you. You do give off this warm presence, this warm energy. I also feel like some of you guys give off this like you mind your business. Like you might be so oblivious to these people also staring at you, admiring you, because you're kind of just in your own world. Like I feel like this is not the pile that like really cares for attention. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with wanting attention, looking for attention. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong, as long as it's for the good reasons. It's nothing wrong with, like wanting compliments and stuff like that. But I feel like you're the pile that you don't mind it, but you can do without it. Like it's almost like like, oh yeah, I know I'm a good person. I know I look good. I know I got a big butt. Like, okay. But I don't need no one to tell me. Like, I don't need no one to tell me. That's what I get from you, pile number 2. That's literally what I get. And I do feel like there's something about a lot of people, like, you might notice, like, how, like, people say, like, oh, that's not my type. That's not my type. And I feel like that's the thing with you. It's kind of universal with you. Like, you might even have that blood that is, like, universal. If I'm not mistaken, it's O negative. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know, but it's something O. Okay, that might even be your blood type, like rare. That's what I'm getting with you, pile number 2. Like there's something rare about your energy, and that's literally what it is. Your energy. The energy that you give off is very rare, but it's very warm. It's very different. It's very unique. It's like when people see you, 10 10s on the clock right now. So it's something angelic about you. It's something very celestial, okay, about you. So people see you, they automatically know. And there's also something about, like, you see how her head is turning, and it's so funny because when I went to like do this, I almost see myself in this car, as if like I'm just like, minding my business. I'm not really paying attention, like who's talking about me, like stuff like that. And I feel like that's you. The first impressions that you give off is that you're not really someone that involves yourself in drama. So like if you do hear people, like talking like, oh, she must be, very shy or nerdy, like stuff like that. It's like you just mind your business. Okay. Think what you want. Like, I feel like that's the pile. Like, you just let people think what they want. I do get a quiet energy with you. You're very quiet, very to yourself. I'm getting an eccentric vibe. And oh, I just noticed that moon right there. You guys are very intuitive, okay? You're very, very intuitive. So this could be another reason why, like, you could maybe keep to yourself, is that you could be like very sensitive to, like, you know, being out in society, the collective, y'all. I do pick that up from you. Okay, so I see the Emperor here. Okay, so some of you guys could also be in Aries as well. Okay, I'm gonna take it. The full came out. Wait, these are okay. The full came out. Okay, so the first impression that you give off too is that you could also be very young. You don't have to be young. You could look young. Okay. Yeah, with the Fool here, the first impression I'm getting is also this innocence with you. That's literally what I'm getting. That's what I'm really getting, especially with all this nature, like, around you. Children feel safe around you. Animals feel safe around you. You guys probably can't be outside a lot. You know, bugs is like instantly drawn to your energy, to your vibration, and that's because you are very high vibrational. I'm getting like the message of Cinderella, like Cinderella. You know how, like, she dropped her, well, she didn't drop it on purpose, but there was a glass slipper left behind, and no one in the whole village could fit this slipper. Okay, you mean to tell me, like, no one had this size but Cinderella? And it just shows, like, the rare, like, and the prince was only intrigued by her. Like, it was just something different about her, very rare. And I'm getting that's you. Like, you're like the Cinderella, you're like the prince in here. Okay, there's something very different, very angelic, very very innocent. Okay, very different. It's like a lot of people see you and are like, this is definitely different energy, different vibes, different, like, whatever you speak about is very different. How you dress is very different. It's like your energy, your presence, it's like you're very to yourself. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm getting with this full innocence here. My phone's about to die, Lord. Okay, so let's see, anything else, Spirit? Yeah, you guys might attract a lot of people who you had to walk away from, who are like snakes in sheep clothing. Okay. Yes, exactly. You guys embody the feminine energy, the masculine energy, okay? We have the moon card here. So I do feel like you're very intuitive. Y'all, people know this about you. You know how, like, okay, so for example, people who are into spirituality, you know, they wear crystals. They may have their hair, like, you guys, like, you see I have my hair, I have a, what is this called? A bandana on my crown. Okay, so, like, little stuff like that. It's like, I feel like you give the vibe that you're into mystical stuff like that. You're into the unknown, the witchy stuff. Like, that's what I'm getting. That's why I said 10:10 went on the clock, like, it's celestial stuff. So you could be into, like, the angels, the deities, like, stuff like that. Yeah, so I feel like this is the first impressions that you give off. Like, people instantly know, like, whatever you wear, how you dress gives off that vibe. And also, I feel like a lot of my feminines could really, you know, wear clothes that 333, so it's a lot of angel numbers in here. So a lot of you guys may also wear clothes that are, like, very dressy, like I said with Cinderella, and also very free, very flowing. So it's very, like, you see how, like, she has something very loose on. So I don't feel like you really care about wearing, like, tight clothes. You don't really wear stuff for show. Of course, like, you will like to, you know, feel handsome, feel beautiful, but I feel like you don't really do it for attention. Like, oh, I'm just gonna go out here because I want to look nice, I want to feel nice. Like, you go with what you feel, and that's another thing, like, the vibe you give off. Like, people can be staring at you and you will literally, like, not pay them any mind. It's like, that doesn't faze me. Like, you are not the pile that's going to be easily like, oh, like intrigued by a pickup line. Like, I'm definitely getting, you're very high vibrational. Okay, that's literally what I'm picking up on. Okay, you also give this energy not to like mess with you, especially, yeah, because I'm seeing this wolf right here. You see how like they're howling? Like, you also give this energy like, you don't mess with me either. Like, don't take my kindness for weakness. Like, you definitely have this side of you that, you know, you can also give as well. Okay, yeah. And I feel like with this tower here, this is because you have had situations where, again, you had to walk away from. So I do feel like the first impression you also give off is like, people like intuitively know that you are someone that been through a lot. Okay, but again, you don't really let it define you. In fact, you just, I feel like it has changed you in a very positive way. It's definitely, especially with, yeah, the Eight of Pentacles and the moon here and the Fool, it talks about a lot of starting over. Okay, so I feel like you have had to start a lot over. I'm getting your mindset, like the things you believe maybe 2, 3, 4 years ago. It's like, it's changed. Like, you are a whole completely different person. Okay, and I feel like that's just you right now. Like, you give off the impression that you're just learning, you know, as you go on, new things day by day. You're very open-minded as well. There's something about you not being afraid to fly. Okay, and what I mean by that is like, you know, you're not afraid to leave, you know, people behind. You're not. And I'm not getting, you know, you'll just leave anyone. I feel like you're not afraid to leave anyone that gives off the you know, sketchy vibe, weird, strange energy. Like, I feel like you're very intuitive, so you would know instantly. And I feel like that's the impression that you give off. People see like, oh, they're not afraid to cut anyone off. Like, don't mess with them. Like I said, you give off like, don't mess with me. Like, I can still, you know, I can still tell you something that can hurt your feelings. Okay, we have Four of Pentacles, so you do give off this closed energy as well. So I feel like a lot of people, the first impression that you give off is that you're off limits. Okay, I know that is like weird, but y'all, that is true. Actually, a lot of people find that more interesting, you know, to know that you haven't, you know, you're not on the market, but like, because you are like, you could be single, but like, you're not looking. That's what I'm getting. You know, you're not looking. You don't really care to be in a connection. Some of you guys might also be like on a celibacy journey. Okay, so that you do give off the impression like, you know, that you're, I don't want to say like none, but like that you're saving yourself, that you have morals, that you have traditions, like that you are following a path. Okay, especially with this Fool here. Okay, so I'm gonna pull one more, and then we're gonna pull from the tea leaf, y'all, because I don't want my phone to die. Okay, some of you guys also give the impression that you work a good job. Okay, whatever you wear, it compliments you, and it's also, it seems to be like, people may like, I don't know, whatever you wear, it's like the material something. Some of you guys might even make your own clothes. Okay, it's like whatever you put together, it's like, it's very different, it's very nice. Okay, I just realized this was reversed. Okay, thank you. We have Page of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Page of Pentacles here, I'm instantly drawn to like how like she's short and like, you know, she's young. So you do give off this young energy. Three of Cups, like I said, you could be older as well. You give off this very young like energy, like children feel safe around you, and you could be like double their age, triple their age. It's because of your energy. Okay, I feel like you're very, like, I'm being drawn to like how she looks. Oh yeah, she does. She has like a little teapot on her. Okay, is that a teapot? Is that what that's called? I don't know. Something like to garden, I'm sorry, to water the plants. So I do feel like the first impression that you also give off is that you have everything on deck. Like, you know, you have everything you need. Some of you guys might like carry like a bag that has like everything, okay? Literally everything. So you have literally everything, all right? If anyone needs like a Band-Aid, oh, I got you. I got a Band-Aid. Like, I feel like you have everything. Someone got a headache. Oh, I got Tylenol. You want some Tylenol? Like, I feel like that's the impression that you give off, is that you have everything. Like, what don't you have is what I'm getting. Some of you guys might also work really well with children as well. That could be also what this Page of Pentacles and this Three of Cups is as well. You could work, oh, goodness. I know it's about to die, Lord. Okay. Y'all, I'm sorry if this video feels rushed. I just don't want it to die on y'all. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to pull some tea leaves for last messages. Anything else, Spirit, for pile 2? What first impressions do they give off? I feel like a lot of you guys bite your tongue, okay? So you guys don't really speak. That's because you know, like, you know things you shouldn't entertain and things you should entertain. So that's what I'm getting. We have Target. Some of you guys might shop at Target, but like with the Target here, I do feel like a lot of people actually prey on you. And I feel like it is because you have this very soft, angelic like energy, and people see this as, again, like a naiveness, a fullness with you. So we have a goal-oriented person. So again, you do have like ideas that you follow through, that you're very consistent with, okay? Especially with the Page of Pentacles here, I do feel like you value yourself. You value what you believe in. Some of you guys may value, like, you know, your job as well. You could maybe work like home care, and like, you know, you'll go to the store for your clients, or you'll bring them with you. Like, I do see like some people actually do that. I guess they're allowed to like travel with them. I'm not really sure, but I do feel like you also have a connection with the elderly as well. And the youth as well. We have older men. I swear I did not see this, y'all. I said you have like a connection with the elder and the youth as well. So we have Dylan's relationship with an older men. Okay, so this might be also like older guys like trying to, you know, hit on you. I do feel like there's the energy of like preying on you as well, okay? So this might not necessarily be like a good thing, but you do have an energy that is very different, very unique, okay? So it's like people know like, oh, this is a 1 in a million. Like, literally, your name could even be Aaliyah. Like, y'all, that's the singer, the song 1 in a million. Okay, we have chair filled. Yes, so someone new is entering your life. So it's instantly when I seen this chair filled, is like people almost feel like, you know, the spot you play is like, it's hard to fill, okay? You can only, again, be the one to fit that glass slipper, okay? So this is the first impression that you give off, is that people automatically assume that, you know, you're out of their league, but then there's also like, they still want to take a risk. They still want to test and, you know, dive in, because again, you do have this energy that's attracting as well. And we have someone new is entering your life. This could also be a message for someone as well. If anyone's been curious, like, you know, about their love life, Spirit saying the chair is filled, which means that's another thing, especially if you guys have been by yourself, especially with this 8 of Cups here. You have walked away from a lot of things that did not serve you. Spirit is saying with this chair filled is that, you know, there's someone that already, there's already a special spot taken from someone. You have not met this person with this chair filled. Yeah, this is definitely, it says someone entering your life. So this is a new energy, okay? And I feel like that's why, because you are so rare, you're a good person. You have a good heart on your sleeve, okay? Definitely give that vibe. I do feel like a lot of people want to like test you for some reason. Like, I don't know, like push your buttons. Like, that's what I'm getting. It's like you have a very calming energy. So I do feel like people might try to provoke you, and they're like disappointed because you don't give them the reaction that they wanted, okay? And it just shows like how evil this world can be, like these people. We have not unsuccessful plans. Exactly. Didn't I say like people try to provoke you, and they're bothered that they can't, but then there's also this side, like they're very impressed, like, wow, like they actually kept their, you know, they kept a positive attitude the whole time. Like, so yeah, with that knot here, okay, I'm gonna pull one more. we're going to end it there. So anything else, Spirit, for pile number 2? You guys have a really beautiful heart, a very, very kind, pure heart. And that's why, you know, it's people that come into your life. You actually teach them a lot. Okay. You teach them a lot about the importance of love, and you do teach them what love is. And another thing is, like, I feel like, you know, your romantic partners, you definitely hold something for sure in their life. Okay. People that you walked away from, for sure. We have Valley. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. So yes, the people that you meet along your journey, you guys, you hold a really big impact in their life. And we have deep personal strength. So it seems like, you know, the lessons that you have went through with this 8 of Pentacles, why do I keep saying 8 of Pentacles? 8 of Cups. I'm sorry, y'all. You know, leaving things that was probably very important to you. It's not easy leaving things like that behind. So it's like the fact that you did that, it showed the strength that you had, you know, the confidence, the courage you have within yourself. And that's the impression that you give off, is like, you're not afraid to leave. You're not going to tolerate BS. Okay. So before my phone dies, y'all, that's all I have for you. If this resonated with you, feel free to let me know. I would love to know. With that being said, love and light, and bye-bye.